Item number 9.
Is for admission. In this matter, I appear for the petitioner. Yesterday, I filed an affidavit in reply against the affidavit in opposition filed by the respondent number 3. That may kindly be called for.
All right. Mriganka, call for the reply.
May I please, Your Lordship?
Yes.
I beg to mention for listing of a matter, Lordship.
Listing, there is a senior bench.
Lordship, Honorable Justice Sumon may not like to take up this matter, Lordship. That is why I am constrained to mention here.
No, but you see, you have to first approach that bench. If that bench is not
Yes.
taking up, how can
Yes,
you
Lordship.
and I assume that bench will not take it up? Then
No,
you go
Lordship,
before
there
the
is an order,
registry.
Lordship. There is an order, Lordship.
There is-
It was come up before the Honorable Justice
You
Sumon,
first
Lordship.
make a approach the registry, because I don't have the file. I don't know. You are straight away coming before this bench.
Otherwise,
So you
Lord-
approach the registry, and if this bench can take it up, then tomorrow.
Lordship.
Mriganka, registry ta hurilo ba parile kaile.
May I please, Your Lordship?
Yes.
Lordship, I beg to mention for adjournment, Lordship, item number 27.
20.
27.
What do you want?
Lordship, the matter may be listed after 1 week, Lordship.
You are for the
Petitioner, Lordship.
as prayed for by Mr.
M.H. Ali,
M.H. Ali, learned counsel for the petitioner, list this matter after
1 week, Lordship.
2 weeks on a date to be fixed by the registry.
Obliged, Lordship.
May it please your lordship, with the consent of the opposite counsel, I'd beg to mention item number 23 and 24. Your
23, 24.
Your lordship, the arguing counsel is out of station. So
Your
we are
name?
unable to- Your lordship, I'm for item number 23.
I
I'm for the
understood
respondent,
your
Vanshika
name.
Poddar. B.
Your
Poddar.
name.
B. Poddar.
Am I not audible?
B. Poddar.
Am I audible or not?
Yes, sir. You're audible, sir.
Your name?
B. Poddar.
B.
B. Poddar.
B. Poddar.
Yes, sir.
As prayed for by M.S.B. Poddar, learned counsel for the respondent, with consent from the other side,
Yes, sir.
list this matter after.
21st November, your lordship.
Who's for the
Lordship.
petitioner?
I'm for the respondent, Lordship. This is from the
So
petitioner.
in item number 23, I'm for the respondent, and in item number 24, I'm for the petitioner.
All right.
Lordship, the date may be fixed, Lordship.
তুমি এটা কাম কৰা doctor, as prayed for, list this matter on such and such date.
Much obliged. 21st November. Much
May I please,
obliged.
Lordship? Lordship, with the consent of other side, my lord, I beg to mention item number 20, my lord, hearing matter,
20.
20, my lord.
What do you want?
Maybe adjourn, my lord. My senior, Mr. Y. Dolo, is out of station, my lord.
As prayed for, on behalf of Mr. Y. Dolloy, learned senior CGC.
Yes, my lord.
CGC, with consent from the other side,
Yes, my lord.
list this matter after 2 weeks on a date to be fixed by the registry.
Hello, Mr.
May I please, your lordship? Lordship, with due consent from the respondent side, I beg to mention item number 22. Lordship, the learned conducting counsel for the petitioner is suffering from high fever. So, Lordship, may
As prayed for by MS.
A. Saharia.
A. Sohoria, learned counsel for the petitioner on the ground that the conducting counsel MS,
Mr. A. Patacharya.
Mr. A.
Patacharya.
Patacharya is indisposed. List this matter after 1 week on a date to be fixed by the registry.
Lordship, kindly be listed after 2 weeks, Lordship.
2 weeks.
Obliged, Lordship.
May I please, Your Honor, with the consent of opposite party, I beg to mention item number 21. Lordship,
Yes.
matter may be adjourned for the day.
21.
Yes,
I am
sir.
for the petitioner.
Yes, yes.
I have given my consent.
All right. As prayed for by Mr.
As you said,
S. Hussain, learned counsel for the respondent, with consent from Mr. P. Bhumik, learned counsel for the petitioner, list this matter after
After 2 weeks, no.
2 weeks on a date to be fixed by the registry.
Lordship, I beg to mention item number 28, Lordship, with the
2,
consent
8,
28.
28.
28,
Yes.
Lordship. Matter be adjourned for the day, Lordship. Maybe list after 1 week, Lordship.
You are for?
Petitioner, Lordship. J. Das.
As prayed for by Mr. J. Das, learned counsel for the petitioner, list this matter after 2 weeks on a date to be fixed by the registry.
Obliged, Lordship.
Yes, please call the list.
May I please, Lordship?
Yes.
What happened in this case, Lordship, oil has been obtaining some policies, Lordship, from the respondent, Lordship. The details of the policies I have given in the paragraph page 5, Lordship. The group personnel accident insurance policies, marine inland insurance policies, and
Here,
marine cover.
affidavit has been filed by 234.
Yes, Lordship. But subsequently, certain claims has been they have settled several, and thereafter some claims now they are yet to settle, Lordship. And therefore, this honorable court has directed them to settle, take instruction.
Yes, Mr. Datta, you have
Lord.
the latest instructions.
My lord, almost 80% of the cases have been settled in the meantime. Now, few cases, for example, my lord, personal accident cases.
Then I'll keep it adjourned because, in fact, in the last judicial order, you said you
Right,
need
right.
further time to settle the claim.
My lord.
So it appears that almost 80% is settled.
Yes, yes.
So let us, I'll record this
Yes, your
and
lordship.
I will post it after 3 weeks.
My lord, another thing, my lord. Now, so far marine is concerned, they could not settle because in total
Mr.
30.
Datta, since I am not applying my mind today, so
My lord, I can
let us
understand that.
simply adjourn it because you can make that submission later
Right,
on.
right. Only thing, I'll request my learned friend to give the claim number so that it will be.
Achha, in case of the marine, in respect of the marine claims, the
They have
details are
some-
wanting.
Yes, claim number if they can give us,
Please
we can
give
locate.
it. Mr. S. Datta, Learned Senior Counsel, for the respondent numbers 2 and 4 submits that 80% of the subject claim has already been settled. Stop. He further submits the claim in respect of the marine
Yes.
is unable to be settled due to want of details. Stop. Correct?
Yes.
Let the details of the marine claims be submitted to the authorities by the petitioner. List this matter again after 3 weeks on a date to be fixed by the registrar.
Much obliged.
Hello.
May I please your lordship?
Achha.
May I please your lordship?
Okay, the flower is it.
Madam, will be possible for the time being, my lord. Mr. P. Nayak will appear in this matter. So
They
possible
were
for the time
required to
being.
file an affidavit, lordship.
Just
Instruction
5.
has been received.
Yes. 5 minutes, my lord.
Instructions
like
have
some-
been received.
Yes.
Then you file an affidavit,
No,
Mr. Bora.
no, for
I am for the BTC. There is no record regarding this person, so I am not going to file the affidavit. ma'am.
You will not file.
I am not filing because there is no record of this person in the BTC.
Let
No,
it come
but
up
I
next week.
think, huh?
Let it come up next week, then let them file the affidavit.
No, Mr. Bora says he doesn't want to file an affidavit.
But I don't have
PWD
any record of this particular.
He's from BTC.
But PWD,
PW, they have received the
yes,
instruction.
because on the last occasion, PW said that they have received instructions.
so, madam,
And
possible for the time being, my lord.
I can pass it over for the time being, but the only thing is that you have to file your affidavit. Yes, next.
Chief Developer.
May I please, lordship?
Yes, family pension.
Pension matter, lordship. Here, lordship, they have not filed affidavit.
We have filed an affidavit, Lordship, from SSA.
You have filed your affidavit.
Lordship.
I don't think it is on record.
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah,
have
I'm
not
item
filed.
9, Lordship. I'm so sorry.
How much time?
Lordship, I'm
He's
not in
not
this
here,
case.
Lordship.
I'm not in this case.
Huh?
I'm not in this case, Lordship. I was in a different impression. I'm sorry.
Yes,
in
I think
January-
Mr. Dhar, is Mr. Dhar here? R. Dhar, PWD, Accountant General.
My lord, instruction not received, my lord.
Hmm?
1 week may given.
Lordship, in
So in this
January,
matter, you're not waiting for Mr. P. Nayak.
No.
in January 2023, lordship, they were allowed to file affidavit in January 2023. Thereafter, lordship, they had to
As prayed for by MS,
M. Das. my lord.
M. Das, Leonard Standing Council, PWD, list this matter after 2 weeks to enable the PWD to file return in the matter. It is needless to be clarified that since the matter pertains to 2023, the respondent shall positively file their return by the next date of listing.
Chief Developer.
lordship, only on date may be given, lordship.
Next, please.
Please, your lordship.
Lordship, kindly have a look at the office note 1411. ma'am.
Yes,
1411, no office note may kindly be seen.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand.
The office note of dated 1411.
1411.
1411.
Service is completed. No affidavit received from NHL. Yes,
Your Lordship, 1 week's time may be granted,
As
Your
prayed
Lordship.
for by MS,
A Das.
A Das, Learned Standing Council, NHM,
Yes, Your Lordship.
list this matter after.
1 week, Your Lordship.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
After 2 weeks on a date to or a fix by the registry to enable the respondent to file return in the matter.
Much obliged, sir.
I have given you 1 week extra. Ensure it is filed.
May I please, Lordship? Lordship, Senior Counsel Mr. K. Chetri will upload the case, Lordship. She is in court number.
Yes,
Lordship,
Mr. Upamanyu?
otherwise we have filed our affidavit and the records are also with me, Lordship. Lordship, today,
What
Lordship,
time
there
is
is some
This is appointment of to
Selection
the
and
post of
appointment.
laboratory technician.
Yes,
Yes. Today what?
Lordship, today there will be some difficulty, Lordship.
All right, I'm posting it next week.
Yes, Lordship.
Lordship, they are taking one after another.
No,
They are not
Lordship.
taking, they have
Yes,
filed their
Lordship.
affidavits.
And
This
records
is a
also.
case where all the
Lordship,
pleadings
kindly
are
take the last order,
completed.
Lordship, then prior order, Lordship. Every occasion they are taking time, Lordship.
No, but they are right now. It seems that they have already filed their affidavits.
Yes, Lordship, we have also filed our
Pleadings are complete. List this matter for admission hearing. Yes, next week. Which date? On such and such date.
9/28. Obliged, Lordship.
Yes.
May I please, Your Lordship?
May I please, Your Lordship? Lordship, Mr. S. Doctor will appear in this matter. Lordship, his legs in code number 5.
Mr.
S. Doctor, Lordship. Lordship, kindly,
No, but what about affidavits? Have you filed?
Lordship,
No, my
affidavit is
Lordship,
not
yes.
filed, Lordship. On your maintainability,
Huh?
on your maintainability ground, Lordship, he will argue this matter, Lordship.
No, you do not. You see, Miss Counsel, if you want to question the maintainability of the petition, you have to file your objection. You cannot take the petitioner by way of surprise. What is this of that one will argue on maintainability and you will not file any affidavit? You file your preliminary affidavit in that case.
Lordship,
If you want to argue the maintainability, you do whatever is to be done. I'm posting it next week. As prayed for by MS
J. Bora, Lordship.
J. Bora, Learned Counsel for the petitioner, list this matter next week on a date to be fixed by the registry.
Lordship. Obliged, Lordship.
May I please, Your Lordship? Matter pertains to selection and appointment of the post of peon in the office of the district and session judge, my lord. Respondent number 2 has not filed.
Yes, Lordship, on last week, Lordship, we have.
Yes. 2 weeks time was given
Yes, Lordship.
for return
Lordship,
Respondent number 4, I have filed affidavit yesterday.
yesterday. So
Lordship.
that is why it's not on record.
We have received the instruction on the last week, Lordship. We need further 2 weeks time, Lordship.
You are Mr.
N.K. Sharma appearing on.
Mr. N.K. Sharma, Learned Counsel, appearing for the respondent numbers 2 and 3, seeks further 2 weeks time to file return in the matter. Prayer is not opposed. Mr. B.K. Bhagavati, Learned Counsel, appearing for the respondent number 4, submits that return on behalf of respondent number 4 was filed yesterday. Stop. Mr. Your name?
A. Gayan.
A. Gayan further submits that the copy of the said affidavit in opposition has been received by his office. However, the same is not available on record. Let registry verify and place the same on record. List after 2 weeks on a date to be fixed by the registry to enable the remaining respondent to file return in the matter.
Much obliged.
Yes.
This is a tender matter pertaining to the settlement of fishery.
Fishery.
Last 6 to 7 occasions, they have been taking adjournments, Your Lordship. Whereas in the
But affidavits are filed.
yes, they
You are not filing a reply.
No, Lordship, because we are going for the hearing, but they are taking adjournments over adjournments with the on the last occasion they have taken the plea of by-elections in Samuguri, whereas it is a matter of fishery of the Roha.
Is Mr. Sharma taking an adjournment today?
No, on the last several
No,
6,
is
7
Mr.
occasions.
Sharma taking an adjournment today?
Lordship, kindly go to the last order.
No one appears for the petitioner on call.
Lordship,
No, Mr. Counsel, I have not understood why you started by complaining that the other side is taking adjournment repeatedly. Because you see, on the last occasion, there was no representation on behalf of the petitioner, number one. Secondly, Mr. Sharma has not sought for any adjournment till now.
The Lordship,
If so, unnecessarily don't make such submission.
Lordship,
Right now, have you filed your reply, Mr. Sharma? Your affidavit is on record, right?
Yes, Lordship. Lordship,
3
we are-
and
Lordship,
8,
we
3
are-
and 4.
Yes,
3 and 4
we
is
are-
you.
Yes, Lordship. We are going for settlement, Lordship. It is from approval, and there is a by-election going on, Lordship. On the last day, order is reflected. In the order, it is reflected, Lordship. Why they have come out with by order, Lordship?
Cannot be issued in view of the model code of conduct being implemented.
So it is a genuine
It
reason,
is still going on.
Lordship. Yeah, actually, we have selected the bidder, Lordship, and we cannot issue it, Lordship.
What is the prayer in the writ petition?
Lordship is the prayer for the settlement of fishery in regards to the first tender, and again we were allowed.
So you want that it should be settled.
Yes, Lordship.
Now you are saying that it cannot be settled because of the by-election.
We have already compiled everything, Lordship, from DC to our.
So when
office.
can we have this matter?
Lordship, I have already after first week of December, Lordship.
Lordship, if you Lordship may go through the order of dated 30/9/2024. It has been reflected that a lot of time has been wasted in this 30/9/2024, and they were directed to take a decision within the period of 15 days. Still, they have not complied with the order. 30/9/2024.
Lordship, they are the intending bidder only, and the bill is in khas position. We have to issue it. They have not accrued right at this moment, Lordship.
So, Mr. Sharma, how much more time do you need to take the decision as to who is a successful tenderer?
No, Lordship, it is already been taken.
It's already been taken. Only thing is
for
implementation.
approval part, it is in the lying in the office appropriate.
Mr. P. Sharma, Learned Counsel for the Fishery Department, submits that though a decision as to who is the successful tenderer pursuant to the NIT dated 31/12/2023 has been taken, however, approval of the same is pending due to the ongoing by-election, which is scheduled to be held on.
It has already been held. I declare, Lordship, I need officers are also first week of December, Lordship.
Lordship, it will be over by 19.
Counting is not being completed, Lordship.
So by-election is over.
By-election is over. Counting is not being done, Lordship.
Due to the ongoing counting of the results
of
On 19, your Lordship,
of the by-election.
By-election.
Of the by-election. Stop.
Already, Lordship, I have taken on the last date. First week of December was given, Lordship. It will be better for Lordship. Actually, Lordship, there is nothing. We are doing
this matter was directed to be listed on 2nd December 2020.
Yes, Lordship. I don't know why he has taken.
Yes, Lordship.
No, but the judicial order is there.
Yes, Lordship.
It further appears that in view of a similar prayer made by Mr. P. Sharma, Learned Counsel for the Fishery Department, this court by order dated 5/11/2024 directed posting this matter on 2/12/2024. Stop. However, it appears that due to a mention being made on behalf of the petitioner, the matter was posted today. Stop. Since the by-election is still not over, list this matter as directed earlier on 2/12/2024.
Obliged, Lordship. Highly obliged.
May I please, your Lordship?
Yes, Mr. Woman.
Now, the matter relates to awarding of a contract for supply of computer.
So far as this matter is concerned, can it be taken up tomorrow? Some parted 4 parted series are there, then
Tomorrow, Lordship, I got some difficulty.
on Monday, tender issue,
Friday or Monday?
Friday is difficult on Monday. Monday.
Tuesday, Lordship.
As prayed for, list this matter again on Tuesday.
If it reply to any number, I told you.
Yes, Mr. B. Gogoi. Instructions
That is awaited.
awaited.
My lord.
My lord, it is 5 days they have taken, my lord.
But fortunately, it's a 24 matter.
My lord.
There are matters of 18, 19 also where Mr. Gogoi still has not been able to give instructions. So you are lucky. Your case is still of the current year.
In fact, my lord, in one case, yes, I bought the instruction. There, my lord, that case was withdrawn. Same party.
Anyway, how much more time?
I had 2 weeks, my lord.
But you place it because
Lordship.
these are contractual work amount.
My lord, I pray, my lord, last chance we may be given, my lord. And the date may be fixed, my lord.
I will. As prayed for by Mr. B. Gogoi, a last chance is granted for filing return in the matter. List again after 2 weeks.
Lordship.
On a date to be fixed by the registry.
Well, 11 and 12.
Yes, Mr. Das.
This matter has to be heard finally. There is a judgment which is against me, and this has to be sorted out.
Ms. Bora?
Lordship, in one matter, we have already filed affidavit. In the other matter, I have received instruction. Lordship may grant me some time to file the affidavit.
In which matter?
In the WPC 1184/2024, we have filed affidavit.
So you want to file in 1513?
Lordship.
How much time?
2 weeks, my lord.
1 week. You've already filed the
Yes,
affidavit.
yes.
File it in 1 week.
And finance affidavit is also necessary. On last order.
Finance will do what finance wants to do. But since you
And
are
1 week, my lord.
1 week, Mr. Das.
1 week.
As prayed for by MSMD Bora, Learned Counsel, for the respondent number or for the transport department, comma, list this matter after 1 week on a date to be fixed by the registry to enable the transport department to file return in WPC 1513 of 2024. Pertinent that in WPC 1184 of 2024, Transport Department has already filed their affidavit in opposition on 25/6/2024. The petitioner are at liberty to file rejoinder if required.
Deeply obliged, my lord.
Date may be given so that
1 week, yes.
Obliged, lord.
Until 13 for hearing.
Mr. Deka, this is that matter.
My lord, this matter may be adjourned for the day and fixed for Thursday. Concerned
Mr.
advocate
Borua
is-
is not there, my lord. He had informed me. You can
This
check-
Thursday?
This
Yes.
Thursday or next Tuesday. Any
See,
day.
the problem is next week, this bench will not be available. So then I don't know when next.
In
Yeah,
fact,
that
subject
tomorrow
to
is-
my seniors' consideration, I had sought a date as per convenience of Mr. Borua. He had agreed on Thursday.
So
Subject to
we'll
my
have it on
affidavit.
Thursday then?
Yes, yes, yes. I'm grateful, Your Lordship.
Who is you are seeking on behalf of whom?
Mr. S. Borua.
Mr.
S.
S.
Borua.
Borua. Oh, it is mentioned that Mr. S. Borua, Learned Counsel for the respondent, is
Out of station.
out of station, and accordingly an accommodation is sought. Prayer is allowed. List again on Thursday. Huh?
I'm grateful, Your Lordship.
This is that that show cause notice.
Yes, my lord.
Suspension.
Suspension. My lord, the facts are on a very
that,
narrow compass, my lord.
Sorry?
Only 3 dates are relevant.
30/12/23 suspended.
Yes.
1/3/24 show cause notice.
And no review till then.
No review.
That's
And
all.
that expired on 29/3/24.
Yes.
Right.
That's this is only
Yes,
one
in
of
fact, Ms. Bhattacharya, you had sought time for which this matter could not be, if I recollect, concluded. You wanted to make some argument.
Yes, Lordship, that day actually there was shortage of time also.
Yes,
of
yes.
This honorable court, Lordship.
No, but otherwise, which is that case which
Deepak Mali and all, my lord.
Yes, yes. I thought I had those cases in the file.
Yes.
It's not available.
Ajay Chaudhary and Deepak Mali. Yes,
you
yes.
have
yes,
extra copy?
Yes, yes.
You see, Ms. Bhattacharya, because I am of the view that even here charge sheet is not issued.
Lordship.
Right. Charge sheet is not issued, right, Mr.
No,
Chaudhary?
charge is given.
Charge is given.
Yes,
but
yes.
after charge, the suspension is still kept pending.
Yes, there was no review.
Without review.
Yes.
You see, there, my prima facie opinion is that merely because you have issued charge sheet does not absolve you for reviewing the suspension and keeping the suspension pending till the final order. That cannot be the. If you see, if that is the law, then all these decisions of the apex court becomes meaningless.
Para 21, Milord, of that Ajay Chaudhary.
Para 21.
Yes. And we therefore direct that currency of a suspension order should not extend beyond 3 months if within this period the memorandum of charge sheet is not served on the delinquent employee. If memorandum of charge sheet is served, a reason order must be passed for extension of
It's very clear. I don't think there is further scope for any.
Lordship, we have our own office memorandum, Lordship.
As your office memorandum says that once charge sheet is served, thereafter no periodical
No,
review
Lordship,
is required.
six months.
Review is required.
Yes.
But here, have you done that?
Yes, Lordship, we have done.
You have done the review?
Yes, Lordship.
When did you do your review?
Review has been done, Lordship.
I don't. As far as I recollect, Mr. Chaudhary was very clear in his submission. There was no review.
No, Lordship.
When
There
did
was
you do
review, Lordship.
Date, give me the date first. Have you said that in your affidavit?
Lordship, just kindly check.
And which is your office memorandum which says 6 months review?
Lordship, this was 4 February 2020, Lordship.
4
February 2020. I have only
This
one
is
copy, Lordship.
OM?
Yes, Lordship.
Well,
Issued by the Department
Ms.
of Personnel.
Bhattacharya, have you relied upon this OM in your affidavit?
Lordship,
You see, I don't approve of this handing over of notices and OMs to the bench at the time of hearing, unless and until you
Lordship
have the foundation in your affidavit, because the other side gets prejudiced. If you want to rely, give them a copy.
Yes, Lordship.
Mr. Chaudhary,
Yes,
are we
Lordship.
aware of all this?
Yes, Lordship. You can.
That circular.
Office memo.
Yes, there is a circular.
6 months.
How can it be? It's contrary to the Supreme Court's order.
Show me that. Where is it?
Lordship, I have only one copy.
How can, my lord, there be an office memorandum contrary to the High Supreme Court's direction, my lord?
But this circular is prior to Ajay Chaudhary.
Yes.
After
This-
Ajay Chaudhary, Lordship.
No, this is 4/2/2020.
2020.
And Ajay Chaudhary is a case which was decided on 2015.
15, Lordship.
Oh, this is 20.
Yes, Lordship.
And where have you said you have done a review? Let's see that paragraph.
Lordship.
Our page 106. Is it page 106?
Yes, Lordship. Sir, page 106. Dated
That is
20
beyond 3 months.
You see,
27
Ms. Bhattacharya, though
Lordship.
you are referring to the OM of 2020.
Lordship.
You see, you have extended it for a period of 3 months.
3 months.
So, in principle, you are trying to follow Ajay Chaudhary. Here, you are not saying 6 months. You are saying 3 months, the extension. And this, if I recollect, this was done after expiry. Mr. Chaudhary, was that your case?
Yes.
This was
Lord,
after the expiry?
Deepak Mali's judgment.
No.
Para 10.
This is extension came in 27/6/20.
6.
But it already expired. The 3 months expired on 29 March 24.
And kindly have a look at that, Miller.
Am I correct?
Yes,
That-
yes.
Please, because refresh me because it's
No,
been-
kindly, absolutely, Miller. Kindly read para 10, Miller.
What is this sub rule 6 and 7?
No, that is, in that case, there are rules, my lord. Now, my lord, my lord, we talk of Ajay Chaudhary. Assam government circular of 79 itself says, my lord, review before 3 months. I think,
That,
my lord, I can find
guidelines.
out. No, my lord, that manual of departmental instruction issued by
Yes,
government.
I have seen that.
Yeah.
Please ask your junior.
Yes, I'll find out. 2.1.8.
Yes, I remember.
My lord, Ajay Chaudhary came the other day, Assam government circle 70s.
That is those departmental guidelines.
Yes.
Right? Yes, I remember.
Manual, yes, I got it.
Is
Yes.
there any in any proceeding the validity of this notif or OM 27.6 been is an issue? Has this been raised in any other proceeding where they have now that office memorandum that they are now saying?
Now, my lord will kindly.
Where
have
is that office memorandum, Ms. Bhattacharya?
Lordship, I have just passed it.
This time.
My lord will kindly have a look at 467 of the book, my lord. 467.
Office memorandum. Office memorandum. Sorry.
467, my lord. 2.1.8.
Yes.
Following principles and procedure with regard to suspension needs strict compliance. Suspension should be resorted to in cases where a major punishment is likely to be imposed if charges are proved. Charges and statement of allegations should be served within 3 months from the date of suspension, failing which government servants should be reinstated. In cases where it is not reasonably practicable to prepare the charge for the service within 3 months from the date of suspension, and the continued suspension of the government servant is considered necessary in public interest, the authority concerned should move the personnel department to administrative department well before expiry of period of 3 months with a letter detailing the nature of the allegation and the reasons for which charges could not be prepared, so that personnel department could advise whether any further extension of the period of suspension should be permitted or not. So, this is a circular of the Lord OM dated 5th of September 1979. So there are two requirements: giving of charge sheet and review. So now government of Assam cannot say will not follow this. These are all your own executive instructions, which are for my lord guidance of the officers. I don't think in a state of Assam we need Ajay Chaudhary to reiterate that law, my lord.
No, but in this OM where it says 6 months, here also it says 3 months, Ms. Bhattacharya.
No, Lordship.
No, there is a circular,
in the
subsequent circular,
maiden
my lord.
Lordship. In the event of show cause has been issued, Lordship, charge sheet has been filed, Lordship. In that case, review within 6 months, Lordship.
It is
In the
therefore
mid portion,
direct-
Lordship.
Huh?
In the mid portion.
Mid portion.
Yes, Lordship.
Okay, after issuance of memorandum of charge sheet,
Yes, Lordship.
the senior
There.
most secretary shall undertake a review. But this part is by making this 6 months, you're nullifying the order of the apex court.
Exactly.
That paragraph of the
21.
Ajay Chaudhary is very clear.
Lordship. But in the subsequent, there are many decisions of the coordinate benches, Lordship.
Where?
Yes, Lordship. I'm just.
Because you see, coordinate bench is one thing, but the apex court decision is very clear. It says if the memorandum of charge sheet is served, a reasoned order must be passed for the extension of the suspension.
Yes, Lordship.
Now that
Yes,
part you
Lordship.
can't read alone. You have to read it the preceding sentence
And
where,
read- and
where
read
they
it-
have fixed the period 3 months.
Lordship,
And read with the earlier section
I am
2.1.8.
relying few judgments of this honorable court and coordinate benches, Lordship, where the same thing has been dealt with, Lordship. One such is 6081 21 WPC, Lordship.
Which
This
one,
is
which one?
Prasant.
6.
60 Prasanta Datta versus State of Assam, Lordship. Lordship may kindly peruse para 37, but this is a detailed order, Lordship.
Para 37.
Para 37, Lordship. Para 37 and subsequent, Lordship, but para
Yes.
37 is
Office memorandum. Yes, read.
এটা যে আমাৰ হেৰি জাজমেণ্ট আছিলে চিফ জাষ্টিছৰ এইটো কোনটো আছিলে এইটো সন্দীপ
40, no?
Here the
This is this court further
reinstatement.
finds it relevant to take into consideration an office memorandum bearing number so and so dated 4/2/2020 issued by the chief secretary to the government of Assam.
Ms. Bhattacharya, here the issue was about reinstatement, where the right of reinstatement.
Lordship.
Correct.
And here also,
And-
Lordship,
and
there is
come to
no
para
review.
38, I think relevant would be that if no memorandum has been served upon him or her. However,
Lord.
though the right accrues, but there is necessity, the right has to be exercised by giving notice. The period of 3 months have elapsed. No, but in this case, which is the exact paragraph where they have said in the case of, in the event a charge sheet is issued,
Lordship.
the period is becomes 6 months.
Yes, Lordship, this is admittedly, this has
Then-
not been stated in the affidavit, Lordship, but still, Lordship, we rely on these things because the officers follow this office memorandum, Lordship. And there is,
Ms. Bhattacharya, your
Lordship.
office memorandum has to be in accordance with the principle of the apex court, correct? Because in your office memorandum, you are admittedly relying in the decision of Ajay Kumar Chaudhary.
Lordship.
Now, while relying, you are now refixing the period in case of where in cases where charge sheets are issued.
but this office memorandum has never been challenged, Lordship. This is in
If
Voxel.
this court finds the office memorandum indirectly nullifying the decision of the apex court, then how can this court follow that office memorandum?
Because Lordship, in whatever I have seen, this 21 WPC Lordship Prakhanta Datta versus State of Assam, here this office memorandum has been taken into consideration, Lordship, and subsequent orders has been passed in this particular
Right,
case, Lordship.
Mr. Chaudhary.
And here also they are stating that
My lord,
seeking
there is
the
a division bench
reinstatement,
judgment, my lord. Kindly have a
seeking
para 13.
reinstatement.
Of our High Court. Kindly have a look at para 13, my lord.
Para
13, 1-3.
And there are two other cases I also have relied of the coordinate benches, Lordship. One is Hafizur Rahman and another is Bobby Khan.
See, to this proposition, there is no quarrel.
No, 90 days.
90 days, yes. But this is in case where charge sheet has not been filed, I think.
My lord.
Exactly.
In this case of division bench.
In this
Because
case, there were no, my lord. In this case, there were two issues. Whether the earlier judgment Rekibuddin would apply to a suspension under 6-2, because somebody is behind the bar for more than 40 years, it was in that situation. That was one aspect, and other one was that.
See, because what I have understood from you both is that now there is no difficulty for me to accept what you're saying on the basis of Ajay Chaudhary. It is very clear as far as I am concerned.
Yes, yes.
Now, what the argument that is coming from the other side is that they are trying to distinguish, they're trying to bring two situations. One, where the charge sheet has been not issued beyond 3 months. In that case, they are saying there has to be an extension before the expiry of the 3 months. Then they have also come up with an office memorandum to the same effect. Now they are trying to bring in another situation, which is not visualized in Ajay Chaudhary, because Ajay Chaudhary, it is clearly said 3 months is the period, either situation, extension before the expiry of 3 months. This is what I understand. But by OM, now they are introducing another new situation where if charge sheet is being issued, then within 6 months the review. So they
Lordship, the Ajay Chaudhary para 22 is relevant, Lordship.
22 is in that fact.
Yes, Lordship.
The context of Ajay Chaudhary, where
Yes,
already it
Lordship.
was
But here
issued.
also the charge sheet filed or not filed, Lordship. This issue was there.
Let me have these matter posted on Thursday. Let me have a look at these authorities.
But Thursday I'll be not there. Could it be on some other day?
Another and Professor Singh's past Lordship. That was said that 90 days.
There is one. I thought
Well,
I will
my
look.
lord, my understanding
Mr. Chaudhary,
subject
you
to
may
what your
ask
lord-
your junior to also
Yes.
find out a decision that if an office memorandum is nullifying the decision of the apex court, the effect of that OM.
Okay.
Whether a challenge is required or without a challenge, also this court can
No,
ignore.
my lord,
because
for example, there are quite a few
tobacco
judgments on
matters-
the point. Supposing in an advertisement, a particular clause is insisted upon, and that recruitment is governed by a set of 309 rules. Supreme Court says that the moment advertisement is, against the recruitment rule, then that is where there is no independent challenge is required. Now, my lord, my understanding is very simple. Ajay Chaudhary is a new dimension to the entire proposition. What was done in Ajay Chaudhary was the legal fiction created by section 167(2) was important. Where the view taken was, if in a person guilty of a murder charge is entitled to default bail because charge sheet is not filed within 90 days, why not that principle be brought in?
That I've understood.
That. Now, my lord, para 21, it envisages two situations. My lord. First, there is a requirement of filing charge sheet within 90 days. Even if charge sheet is filed, there is a requirement of review.
And that
Now,
period,
what
according
the
to me,
the
is
state government
90
has-
days.
Now, what the state government has done, they have bifurcated into two. So whether that is permissible.
That is exactly what I feel is the issue involved.
Yes.
Now, to deal with this issue, you see, first, since there is
Whether
no
there is a
independent
requirement
challenge,
of a challenge,
correct.
or if
Or
it is
because-
contrary to the
correct. Automatically, this court can.
necessarily, my lord, under one.
Right now, my understanding is that since it is nullified,
Lordship can take judicial
Correct.
notice of the fact
but
that this
let
is
us
contra.
be more clear on that. So, if you find something,
Yes.
you can place it on the next.
Now, I can just point out one thing, my lord. In Dwarkanath's case, Honorable Supreme Court
reach
says
wherever there is illegality.
Yes. Your hostile lands hand can reach.
Are long enough to reach.
Yes.
That is, these are well known, but in case
Anyway.
something you get directly on the point.
Surely,
Mr. Chaudhary.
surely, my lord.
Yes. You want to say something?
Similar to Lordship, Justice N. Kapoor Singh has passed an order that 90 days period is not
Please give
mandatory.
it.
Lordship. That it's on 19/6 GLR 460.
No, my lord, it is
105.
Supreme Court under 142 in exceptional cases can lay down certain norms. Now, I don't think High Court can, my lord, lay
That's
down
all right,
norms.
Mr. Chaudhary.
High Court will only, my lord,
You
adjudicate.
see, Ajay Chaudhary is there, and now your OM is there. Only thing I'm
Which
finding
will
is
prevail?
that in your OM, for some reason, you have brought out the 6 months. Ajay Chaudhary para 21 doesn't talk about 6 months. It talks only about 3 months. And if we read it, we therefore direct, because this is the decision, this is the ratio, right? Direct that the currency of a suspension order should not extend beyond 3 months. If within this period, the memorandum of charge sheet is not served on the delinquent officer employee, 1. If the memorandum of charges is served, a reasoned order must be passed for the extension of the suspension. Now, how will you read this? Obviously, you'll read the whole thing together. The period envisaged there is 3 months. Now, by your OM, for the second situation, you have come up with 6 months. From where did you get the 6 months? And your OM says you are doing this in terms of Ajay Chaudhary.
Lordship.
Your OM is very clear that the OM has been brought in.
When you profess to follow Ajay Chaudhary, how can you digress?
So that is where I'm finding little difficult.
Lordship.
So I also want to look into the matter. You both parties are at liberty to assist the court with whatever you want. So only thing next week I cannot fix a date because I'm not sure when.
Whenever Lordship 6 months.
After 3, because on the same issue, we have filed an appeal that is pending before a division bench. That is fixed on 3rd of December. can be fixed after third lordship.
That means kuntu Ashirvad. Yeah, Ashirvad is on a different issue.
Regarding para 22 also of all the separate lordship.
My lord, there I do not know why state is relying on para
very different
22. My
because
lord.
in para
Para
22
22 is an observation in the facts of that
Correct.
case.
The decision of the Supreme Court is contractual. So it is in that context. Because there, if I recollect, the charge sheet was issued while that issue.
Actually, my lord, time was granted by Central Administrative Tribunal that within this period, if you review, then it will be saved. In fact, my lord, review was done. That's why Supreme Court says in the facts of this case, we are not doing anything.
Absolutely.
And every time state falls back upon para 22.
Third part, list again. Should I say next week on a date to be fixed by the registry? Then the registry will.
Yes.
Next week on a date to be fixed by the registry. Pattern আছে এটা ব্লাইন্ডার স্ক্রিপ্ট দিয়ে এখানে দিতে হবে হ্যাঁ নাহলে মানে কনফিউশন হয়ে যায় এই এখানে দিতে হ্যাঁ আর ইয়েস প্লিজ এখানে তাতে ভরাই দিতে হ্যাঁ
Lordship may kindly pass over the matter for time.
Not time being.
Any other day I have also discussed with Mozumdar. He's in code number 5 in
next week?
Next week, Lordship.
All right. As prayed for, list this matter after 2 weeks.
Lordship.
On a date to be fixed by the registry.
Lordship.
16. May it please your Lordship. On 13th of June.
Just 1 second. Item number 15 to that date dikle bhalo. Mr. Gogoi, I am fixing a date in item 15.
Lordship,
That's the 2013 matter.
Lordship.
Yes.
In respect of in this matter, Lordship, as per my Lord's direction, I have received instruction on 14 November 24, Lordship. I would like to place it by way of affidavit, Lordship, permit, Lordship.
As prayed for by Mr. K. Gogoi, learned additional senior government advocate, list this matter after 2 weeks to enable the learned additional senior government advocate to place the instruction by way of an affidavit.
Lordship.
Your Lordship, I have a prayer. As far as I know, I think the instruction is that whether the petitioner owns that particular plot of land. Now, my point is that on an earlier occasion, this court had raised whether the scheduled land falls on the under the Act of Coal India Mines provisions. So that may be brought on record, specifying that part also. That they should bring it on record.
It is needless to be clarified that in the affidavit proposed to be filed on behalf of the state government shall also cover the queries raised earlier by this court by order dated 13/6/2024. List accordingly. Yes.
Obliged.
Yes, Mr. Das.
My lord, here in this matter, your lordship, it has come after a long time. We have not yet filed any affidavit, it seems. So,
Strange. 2015 matter.
I totally
No
agree.
affidavit till 24.
I bow down.
Dismissal from
Removal
service. Dismissal from service.
Just one last opportunity, your lordship. Let me just get the instruction and file the affidavit.
All right. Yes, Mr. Das.
Highly obliged.
Mr. D.
Bora.
Bora, learned junior government advocate, profusely, with profuse apologies, seeks for 2 weeks.
3 weeks, your lordship.
3 weeks time to file return in the matter.
As a last
Stop. Considering that the matter pertains to the year 2015, a last chance is granted to the state respondent to file return. List after 2 weeks on a date to be 2 weeks or 3 weeks?
3 weeks, you know.
List after 3 weeks on a date to be fixed by the registry. Yes, Mr. Das, it will come. Did your data, sir?
May I take your lordship's indulgence in item number 16, Matter
Highly
has been
obliged.
fixed on 10th of December. Could it be on 17th, Your Lordship?
17.
17th.
All right, all right. See, that is why I generally don't fix dates and I say let registry, because so much confusion on dates. Unless, of course, council are coming from outstation.
Only thing
Yes.
that it gets.
All right. Yes.
Well, Lordship.
Mr. Upamanyu? Sorry, Mr. Barthakur.
There is an affidavit by the Forest Department, Lordship, but that is from the DFO, and the DFO had compiled a list where some of the petitioners' names are showing.
Showing,
Lordship. But the Finance Department's affidavit, that is saying that the process of compilation of list was already done, and an undertaking was taken from the Forest Department that no names can be added anymore, because that was the indicative total number. And the Finance Department affidavit also
These are contractual, casual workers.
Yes.
They were engaged on revised
they are seeking a revised pay
scheme. That is their prayer.
Yes.
So you are saying that list is almost prepared.
A list was final as per Finance
And
Department's
in that
affidavit.
list, the names of the petitioners are figuring.
The Finance Department affidavit says that the petitioners' names are not showing out.
there.
And this list compiled by the DFO, that is just an unauthorized addition. That is what it says, Lordship.
Unauthorized?
Addition of names. And
Where? Which paragraph? But forest is your.
It is, Lordship, but I would also say that for an issue like this, Lordship, where the government exchequer is impacted, Lordship, this should have come from the PCCF office, the affidavit, Lordship.
Which affidavit?
The one that has been submitted by the DFO.
By the DFO.
Yes.
Let's see that affidavit.
If Lordship looks at the Finance Department's affidavit, at para 4, Lordship, there it has been.
1 second.
Yes.
The affidavit which is filed on 5th May.
5th May, Lordship.
Yes, para.
Para 4, Lordship.
Yes.
That about 1,514 number of casual workers.
Let's read
yes,
the para 4.
That the deponent most humbly begs to state that Forest Department had submitted proposal during December 2012 for engagement of 1425 daily wage earners in general areas working prior to 1/4/1993. Finance Department observed that as per Finance Department's endorsements, it is clear that there would be no addition in total number of 1514 of casual workers, since the figure had been arrived at after detailed examination division wise, leaving no scope of discrepancy whatsoever. And it is surprising how an additional number of 1425 of casual workers has come up. Finance Department therefore.
So what does it mean? It means that the proposal was for 1425, right? Then
no, Lordship, the proposal was for 1514.
1514.
Yes. But Lordship, what happened the moment this fixed pay was introduced? In the divisions, Lordship, probably workers who were no longer working, they maybe wanted to get back on roles.
Claims.
Yes, Lordship. So, and the divisions, Lordship, they can be easily influenced, Lordship. I'm saying that to the detriment of my own department, Lordship, but as a reality, from the division levels, especially during that time, Lordship, there was some unauthorized addition, which is this finance.
All right. Now, out of this, it says they have approved 514 numbers of casual workers.
Yes,
correct?
Lordship.
Next para it says.
But then, Lordships, from the divisions, the DFO started forwarding names without any authorization, which started adding up to about 1,400 extra numbers without the sanction or concurrence of even Secretary of
Now,
Forest.
at the end, it says the department was advised to conduct video-wise inquiry.
Yes, sir.
Anything done? What is the status of this? See paragraph
Yes, Your Lordship.
4 towards
Yes.
the end, page 3.
Yes, this lordship is against the officers who were adding names.
No, but
after-
what has happened to this inquiry?
that lordship, I have to seek instruction.
No, because even now you are saying that
Yes.
the present this FIR, this present affidavit is also doubtful in view of
Yes.
the finance affidavit.
Yes, Lordship.
Correct.
Yes.
What do you have to say, Mr. Counsel?
Yeah, Lordship, it is the scheme is there on there. It is the scheme of the government agency. So we are the master role workers, casual workers. We are in the our concern is the conservator of forest of Bolivia.
But
He
before
sent a
we
letter, but-
proceed further, will this inquiry, which appears to have been conducted, there is a direction
Yes.
to whether what has happened there, would that not be necessary?
Lordship, that would not have bearing on this case. What the finance department was essentially trying to say was that in the division levels they were adding unauthorized names. But Lordship, what I would suggest that there is a PCCF committee, a standing committee. That
What committee?
A PCCF headed committee, Principal Chief Conservators Committee of left out casual workers. Even now, Lordship, there are some eligible workers whose names were left out, Lordship, and we have ensured.
Are you suggesting that the representation be filed before that committee and for the committee to consider
Yes,
the case?
committee can verify and see if they are actually working with the department or not.
Are you
Yes. Lordship, in fact, it is
are you okay with that kind of an order?
Yes.
Can this petition be disposed of by directing the PCC committee to look into your grievances and
Definitely,
consider?
Yes, Lordship.
That can be done. Lordship.
That can be done.
That verification.
And Lordship, it is in fact it is a covered matter.
Covered matter.
Covered matter because
Which case?
we have here submitted the order of the honorable court.
Where? Page?
Yes, is 47.
47.
In similar position, some group of petitioners filed, and we are also situated in the same position. And our position and their position also is the same. So it is a covered matter.
The same order, Mr.
Yes, Lordship, this judgment is before the openness.
Correct, but directing the principal chief conservator of forest to conduct an inquiry review. Same prayer here. It will be
Yes.
PCs. What is it called?
Principal Chief Conservator of Forest.
That is the same order.
Same author.
So the same order can
Same
be
can be
passed,
done.
isn't it? Item 18. Heard, Mr. UC Rabha, learned counsel for the petitioner. Stop. Also heard Mr. I. Borthakur, learned standing counsel forest. Finance, anyone there?
It should have been there, but
We can find out if Mr. Borwa, Mr. Bora, can you call someone from finance? And so, learned counsel, standing counsel, finance department. Huh? नाम तो আহিলে দি দিব।
Mr. P. Naik's name may be recorded.
P. Nayak. All right, P. Nayak. Huh? By way of this petition under Article 226 of the Constitution of India, the petitioner is seeking direction for preparation, are seeking direction to prepare a list of the petitioners who were working prior to 1/4/1993 but were left out in earlier list and initiate the process onward for consideration of approval of their names for engagement as casual workers on revised fixed pay scale under the subject scheme undertaken. Stop. The case of the petitioners is that the petitioners were working as casual workers on fixed monthly wages which was enhanced from time to time under the establishment of Divisional Forest Office within bracket Social Forestry, Borpeta Division since the time prior to 1/4/1993. Stop. The Environment and Forest Department, Government of Assam, rolled out a scheme with concurrence of the finance within bracket EC-Roman 1 Department, Government of Assam, for regular engagement of casual workers on fixed monthly wages who were working since prior to 1/4/1993. It is the further case of the petitioners that the Forest Department accordingly, by letter dated 18/10/2008, directed the respective divisional forest officers to compile and prepare the list of names of casual workers of pre-1/4/1993 stream. Stop. In pursuant of the aforesaid letter, the jurisdictional divisional forest officer prepared the list of names and sent the same to the higher authority concerned for onward action. However, the names of the petitioners were left out in the list of names sent earlier. Thereafter, the respondent number 3 issued a reminder letter dated 27/9/2010 to the respective jurisdictional divisional forest officers to prepare a list of left out casual workers and send the same to the higher authorities. Stop. Though the names of the petitioners were included in the list of left out casual workers, however, it is the specific case of the petitioner that later on they came to know from office source that the list of left out casual workers having their names has been returned by the authority concerned by letter dated 9/12/2014, for which the present writ petition has been filed. Correct? Stop. Mr. So-and-so Rabha, learned counsel for the petitioner, submits that this court earlier in WPC 7046 of 2013, in the case of similarly situated persons, by judgment and order dated 3/3/2014, directed the principal chief conservator of forest to conduct an inquiry relating to the entitlement of the petitioners therein, who are similarly situated like that of the petitioners, for fixed wages. Stop. He accordingly submits that the said judgment squarely covers the issue in hand. Stop. Per contra, Mr. So-and-so, I Barthakul and Standing Counsel Forest, submits that though the affidavit of the jurisdictional division forest officer indicates that the names of the petitioner has been sent in the list of leftover, what is that list called?
A left out category.
left out category, comma, the finance department has raised dispute to the said list. Stop. However, he fairly submits that the present case can also be disposed of in similar line as that of WPC 7046 of 2013. Stop. I heard query stability.
7046.
Having regard to the aforesaid position, comma, having regard to the aforesaid endorsements made by the learned counsels for the parties, comma, the writ petitioners, the writ petition is disposed of by directing the principal chief conservator of forest, respondent number 3, to conduct an inquiry relating to the entitlement of the petitioners for fixed wages as claimed by them along with other similarly placed persons. Stop. The said report shall be submitted to the Commissioner and Secretary to the Government of Assam Forest Department within a period of 2 months from today.
Lordship, can it be 3 months?
3 months from today. The Commissioner and Secretary Forest Department thereafter shall send the same to the Finance Department seeking necessary approval, comma, if required at all. Stop. The entire exercise is directed to be completed within a period of 3 months from the date of production of the certified copy of the order passed today, to be produced by any of the petitioners before the respondent number 3. The writ petition is accordingly disposed of.
Problem.
Quashing of seniority list.
In fact, Your Lordship, the matter has already been decided. Here, the issue here pertains, Your Lordship.
Who is your counterpart?
It's the state, your government advocate, Your Lordship.
D. Nath is appearing?
Yes. But Your Lordship can close the matter. It's infructuous.
Yes, I can. According to you, it become infructuous.
In fact, what has happened?
Mr. Bora, I have to trouble you again. Yes, I saw Mr. Nath here. Just send a try and ask for him. You are challenging the promotion order.
A promotion order and the entire promotion, Your Lordship, of the private respondent has been assailed, as well as on the fact that they have gained accelerated promotion in the new promoted cadre.
Similar to this, right?
Similar to this, Your Lordship, the entire issue has been dealt with by the Honorable Division Bench of this court.
1 second.
Yes.
So the division bench has upheld the order of the single judge.
Yes. And that was assailed in a separate matter, 5126 of 2016. That was
5026.
Yes. That was assailing the OM which has been mentioned here
3816.
Yes, 3816. It is at paragraph number 16, Your Lordship, at page 15.
So the challenge to OM 16 has attained finally.
Yes, Your Lordship. So there are 3 parameters which have.
No, if you have some infractions, I will say that I will record your submission.
Yes.
And I will accordingly say. Have you called for Mr. Nath? Heard Mr. M. Sharma, learned counsel for the petitioners. Stop. Also heard the in fact, many advocates' names appears. Nobody is there for respondent. Are you there otherwise?
No, Your Lordship. Otherwise, I don't have the brief.
Perhaps,
Mr. Sharma submits that the present writ petition is squarely covered by the judgment and order dated
10/8/2023. 10/8/2023.
Where is that judgment?
It's a paragraph
I got
number
it.
5.
By judgment and order dated 10/8/2023, passed in WA 46 of 2023.
Yes, yes.
Stop. He accordingly submits that the OM dated 3/8/2016, which is assailed in the present writ petition, has attained finality in view of the aforesaid decision of the division bench of this court. Stop. He further accordingly submits that the present writ petition has become infructuous.
Yes.
Stop. In view of the aforesaid endorsement made by learned counsel for the parties, this writ petition stands closed, having been rendered infructuous. Mr. Nath, it has become infructuous in view of the division bench. I will record your name, Mr. D. Nath, learned senior government advocate for respondent number. For state respondent.
For the state respondents, Lordship.
All right.
Lordship.
So I have dismissed it on being infructuous. I have recorded.
24 more judgment.
A copy of the order dated 13/6/2024, passed in WPC 5169 of 2016. In a similar situated case where this court has disposed of the said case by handed over, is kept on record and marked as explicated.
I'm grateful to you.
Item number 18, right? No, item number 19. Disposed.
Please, Your Lordship, the finance department was supposed to produce the records today, Your Lordship.
Yes. Finance. Anyone from the finance? Yes, Mr. Nair.
Lordship, in terms of your Lordship, last order, Lordship, we have received the record, Lordship. So I have not yet gone through the records,
Can you have a look at it?
Lordship.
Let him have a look at it. When? Next week?
Yes, Your Lordship.
As Mr. P. Nayak, learned Standing Counsel, Finance Department, Assam, submits that in terms of the order dated 19/9/2024, passed by this court, his office has received the records as called earlier by this court. Stop. He further seeks some accommodation to go through the said records to assist the court. Prayer is allowed. List. Yes, when do you want it?
Next week, Your Lordship.
Date, any date, or list
No, no,
next week on a date to be fixed by the registry?
Deeply obliged, Your Lordship.
Yes, Mr. Nayak.
Lordship, this matter relates to regularization of the petitioner, Lordship.
Yes, but what about return?
Look, we have received instruction, Lordship. Lordship directed me to file affidavit, Lordship, that is not yet filed. But if Lordship intends, then we can go without filing an affidavit also. Lordship.
But have you given a copy of the instructions to Mr. Ganguly?
It's a very small.
What does your instruction say? Because you see, we cannot take Mr. Ganguly by way of surprise. What is your instruction?
It's the only instruction, Lordship. Workers and MR employees who was engaged prior to 1/4/1993 was regularized as per Gov. Notification number so and so, and they are eligible for pension and other pension and other related benefits is applicable for those workers and masterol workers whose service was regularized. This service has not been regularized, so she is.
So this, you see, in other words, your instruction is against the interest of the petitioner. how can I dispose of this case on the basis of these instruction when you don't file it, you don't give an opportunity? Why is this kind of tendencies being developing in this court?
No, I will file.
I appreciate that you get hold of instructions, but you have to place it with an affidavit. Because the other day I was reading some decision in Barren Bench where it has been held, one of the ground is that the case was disposed of on the basis of instruction.
Yes, Lordship will grant me 2 weeks, Lordship.
Mr. P. Nayak, Learned Standing Counsel, PWD submits that he has received the instructions in the matter and accordingly seeks accommodation to file the same, to place the same by way of an affidavit. Prayer is allowed, list after 2 weeks on a date to be fixed by the registry.
29.
My lord, petitioner only grade 4 employee.
Termination.
Termination, my lord.
Yes.
He was terminated from service by the imperial order that your lordship will find page 25, my lord.
Who is opposing you?
Yes, sir.
You are there? Affidavits are filed?
Yes.
Yes.
My lord, advertisement was issued for filling up 12 number of grade 4 post, my lord.
Advertisement was for?
12 number of grade 4 post, my lord. 12
Yes.
number. Page 16, my lord.
Grade 4.
Grade 4. Peon, my lord. In person,
You are challenging the termination order.
termination.
Why were you terminated? What were the charges?
The charges is that, my lord, the selection of the petitioner was not regular, my lord. It was an irregular selection, my lord. It was an irregular appointment, my lord. What happened? 12 number of vacant posts were there, and out of the total candidate, my lord, 12 number of candidates were selected for appointment, my lord. But out of the 12 candidates, my lord, one candidate did not join, my lord, and in his place, the petitioner was next in merit, so he was called to join.
You were in the wait list.
I was in the wait list, and my lord, in the absence of the candidate who did not join, my lord, I was called by the department, and I appeared before the authorities, and I was offered the appointment. Accordingly, I joined the service, my lord. Initially, my posting was at Dibrugarh District Museum. I had served there for 2 years. After 2 years of my service, I was transferred to Director of Museum at Guwahati. But after coming back to Directorate at Guwahati, my lord, I was not allowed to work. Firstly, even on a single date also, I was not allowed to work by the staffs of the Directorate. And subsequent, after 2 months, my lord, I received a WhatsApp message from one of the, my lord, officers to appear before her. And when I appeared before her, my lord, that curator, that officer is called curator, my lord. Curator cum lecturer. While I appeared before her, my lord, she issued this termination letter.
She issued your
Termination letter.
Without show cause?
Without any show cause. Whereas my appointment letter was issued by the director.
So you were not given a show cause before termination?
No show cause, no opportunity of hearing, my lord. Only this much.
Where is the termination order?
Lordship, page 25, my lord.
Yes.
In relevant portion.
Yes.
In pursuance of the report produced by the fact-finding officer, it has been found that the appointment of Sri Oshimananda Bhuya's peon, District Museum, Dibrugarh was irregular, as the rule number show and show for appearing in the written list held for selection of the post in respect of Sri Oshimananda Bhuya was not in the list of selected candidates.
So this fact-finding report is given to you or not?
No, my lord, lordship, the
report?
The fact-finding report, your lordship will find on the previous page 24, my lord.
Yes. Are you Oshimananda Bhuya?
Yes, my lord.
Yes.
Page 24 is the letter dated 24th of August, just on the previous day, my lord.
Yes, I have got it.
My lord. With reference to the subject of your directive to appear, directed to report and remain present before Srimati Loli Hazarika, guide lecturer cum exhibition officer, and Srimati Baswanti Das, superintendent on 25th August 2023
yes.
at 3 p.m. On 25th, my lord, I asked to appear. On 24th, the letter was issued to appear on the next date. While I appeared on the next date, my lord, this termination was issued. 25th August, my lord. Then
but, page 24 doesn't indicate in relation to what you have been asked to appear.
No, nothing, my lord.
And where is your appointment?
Lordship will find, my lord, appointment. That appointment order is very relevant here. Page number 21, my lord. No, my lord, page number 19. Lordship may kindly come to page number 19, my lord. Before appointment, my lord, there is a minute of appointment that was,
Yes.
my lord, held by the
Mr.
director.
Borua, I'm sure you are understanding which way the mind of the court is traveling, right? So far. Yes. So you keep those things ready.
Yes.
You know what exactly to point out, because this court is not on the validity of the appointment. Now the only the court is only adjudicating the termination, right? So far it has been shown that no show cause, nothing has been given.
So far. Let him
So you have to show that everything, the basic procedures of natural justice are being followed. That is all. If you show that, then that is a different situation, right?
Page 19, my lord.
Yes.
Minutes of the meeting held on 22nd of June 2021 at 12:30 noon in the office chamber of the Director of Museum Assam Guwahati regarding appointment of grade 4 post. One is the type copy and the next page 20 is the true copy. Member present: the Director of Museum Assam Chairman, the Curator in charge Assam State Museum Examination Coordinator. The meeting is chaired by Director of Museum Assam and initiated the agenda for selection of the candidate for one number of vacant posts of grade 4 category.
So you were there in that merit list.
Yes, madam. For the grade 4 post, 12 number of candidate has been recommended by the selection committee. Among the 12 number candidate,
But you have been appointed temporarily. The 28th June says post is purely temporary and the termination appointment may be terminated at any time without notice.
The substantive post, my lord.
No, but I am just drawing your attention to what is there in the appointment order.
Page 19 I am reading.
This is your appointment, 28th June. Correct. Page 21.
Page 21 is the appointment order.
Yes.
But on that part, I will mix. Even a temporary employee is also entitled to the procedural law. That is, the procedural law is also to be followed in the case of temporary employee, as per Purushottam Lal Dhingra's case. That I will come later. Page 19 I am continuing because this part is very relevant.
Purushottam Dhingra is termination simpliciter and termination stigmatic.
My lord, here
58 Supreme Court.
Sorry. Page 19, my lord. This minutes of meeting, the meeting was chaired by director for selection of one candidate for the vacant post, my lord. Out of the 12 selected candidate, one candidate did not join. And in
That I have understood, Mr. Counsel. Please don't reiterate.
petitioner was next in merit, so he was called to join, and accordingly he was offered the appointment and he joined the service. Now, my lord, page 21.
21 we have already seen.
My lord. Then, my lord, page 22, my lord, this is the joining of the petitioner.
All right, that I have understood. Yes, Mr. Bora.
Now, my lord, what is the contention of the respondent, my lord? They have filed their affidavit, my lord. What is their contention?
Let us hear the contention from them, and then I'll come back to you. You have a right to reply.
Lordship.
Yes.
The Lordship, if your Lordship perusses to the advertisement, it is of course the post for sanctioned post, sanctioned vacant post.
Where is the advertisement?
At page number 16. The grade for sanctioned post under the Directorate of Museums.
Yes.
Now the question is, what my learned friend is showing is somewhat different from whatever we have filed in the affidavit.
Yes.
Because this minutes of meeting which my learned friend is relying upon, it is forged one.
Huh?
It's a forged one.
It's a forged one.
It's a forged. And to that effect, we have also annexed the letters of the director, the persons who have signed on those documents. So systematically, serially, I'll go through each and every fact.
Yes.
Now, if your Lordship peruses through our affidavit at page number 32, paragraph number 4, what has actually happened and what is the correct minutes?
Paragraph
number 4, page 32.
Yes.
Now, if I may read out from that paragraph number 4, because it has got a big bearing on this particular matter. Now, the deponent makes it state that 12 numbers of candidates were recommended for appointment by the selection committee, with the director of museums as the chairman of the selection committee, having 6 other members. White selection committee minutes dated 22nd of February 2021. This is important. What my learned friend has annexed in this particular writ petition is minute dated 22/6/2021, which we are saying that is a forgery. But the roll number G4 1922 of the petitioner was not in that list. Out of the 12 numbers of candidates recommended for appointment by the selection committee, one Sri Bhaskar Tamuli, roll number G4 0892, did not join the service. As per the fact-finding report dated 10/8/2023, submitted by Srimati Loli Hazarika, guide lecturer cum exhibition officer, Assam State Museum, it states that in place of Sri Bhaskar Tamuli, one Osimanda Bhuya, which is the petitioner.
You see, there you are you are admitting that there has been an inadvertent appointment.
Yes.
So appointment is being done.
Yes.
Now you see, Mr. Bora, the moment an appointment is issued, rightly, wrongly, a right accrues.
Yes.
Correct. So once a right accrues, if you want to set aside the appointment, terminate the appointment, the same has to be done in accordance with law. Whether you have done that or not. I am only on that. I am not on the validity. I am not whether it's correct or not correct.
Yes, I
am
agree.
only on procedure.
I totally agree, Your Lordship. Here,
Because this court and under 226 cannot go through the decision, but the decision-making process.
Yes. Of course, I admit to that fact that no show cause notice was ever issued.
No?
Show cause notice was ever issued. No show cause notice was ever issued under the Assam Discipline Appeal Board. On the basis of this fact-finding report only, the fact-finding authority recommended his case to be terminated.
I'll come back in 5 minutes. Thing is, instead of going to the merit only on this, I'll set aside the termination, give you liberty to do whatever you want to do in accordance with law.
Yes, Your Lordship may remand back the matter to the discipline authority to issue proper notice under Rule 9 of the Assam Discipline Appeal.
That I will not give a direction.
As per law, as per law.
That I'll give you the liberty. You do whatever you want to do.
Yes.
But this termination,
yes,
on the face of it, cannot stand the scrutiny of law, isn't it?
Yes.
All right. This is item 29.
29.
For disposal. Heard Mr. M.A. Islam, Learned Counsel for the petitioner. Stop. Also heard Mr. D. Bora, Learned Junior Government Advocate for the state respondents. Stop. By way of this petition, under Article 226 of the Constitution of India, the petitioner is assailing the impugned order dated 18/9/2023, issued by the respondent number 2, terminating the service of the petitioner. Councils, you may take your seats.
Yes.
The case of the petitioner is that pursuant to an advertisement dated 10/11/2020, issued by the Director of Museums, Assam, for filling up vacant post of grade 4, the petitioner applied for the said post and appeared in the written test held on 14/2/2021. It is the further case of the petitioner that thereafter the petitioner was selected by the selection committee and appointed as a peon within bracket grade 4 in the District Museum Dibrugarh, vide appointment order dated 28/6/2021. It is the further case of the petitioner that after 2 years of service in the aforesaid post, the petitioner was transferred to the Directorate of Museums at Guwahati, vide order dated 16/5/2023. Stop. It is the further case of the petitioner that thereafter the petitioner was not allowed to work and was terminated from his service by order dated 18/9/2023 without issuing any show cause notice or opportunity of hearing. Situated thus, though the petitioner made representations by letter dated 19/9/2023 and 30/9/2023 for review of the impugned termination order, however, since no action was forthcoming, the present writ petition has been filed. Stop. Mr. So-and-so learned counsel for the petitioner submits that the impugned termination order is passed without giving any show cause notice or hearing whatsoever to the petitioner, and therefore the same is illegal, null and void. Stop. Mr. D. Bora, learned junior government advocate for the state respondent, submits that the appointment of the petitioner was irregular. You said irregular, right?
Yes.
Was irregular, for which the said appointment was terminated by the impugned order. Stop. He, however, fairly submits that no show cause notice, as apparent from the record, was issued to the petitioner before issuance of the impugned termination order. Stop. Heard, perused. It appears that the petitioner was appointed to the post of peon. To the post of peon within bracket grade 4 in the District Museum, Dibrugarh, under the Directorate of Museums, Assam, Guwahati, by order dated 28/6/2021.
My lord, it's the appointment.
In view of the fact that the selected candidate who was above the petitioner in the select list did not join the said post. Correct? Stop.
Yes, ma'am. Out of select one candidate.
Yes. Stop. It further appears that pursuant to the petitioner working in the said post for almost how many years?
2 years.
For almost 2 years. His services were terminated on 18/9/2023 by the respondent authorities on the ground that his appointment was irregular and that he was not in the list of selected candidates recommended by the selection committee and approved by the government of Assam. Stop. Interestingly, though the said termination order is said to be issued on the basis of a fact-finding report, no such report was communicated to the petitioner. Stop. In fact, on 24/8/2023, the petitioner was directed to report and remain present before one Srimati Loli Hajorika, guide lecturer cum exhibition officer, and one Srimati Basanti Das, superintendent, on 25/8/2023 at 3 p.m. in the office chamber of the said guide lecturer cum exhibition officer, Assam State Museum. Stop. A copy of the said notice is reproduced hereunder for ready reference. A to A, page 24. Perusal of the above, apparent that the aforesaid notice does not even contain the particulars in respect of which the petitioner has been asked to be present before the said two officers on the next date, I 25/8/2023. Further, it appears that on 25/8/2023, when the petitioner presented himself before the said two officers, yes, you said on the next date something was done where, but this
25 date or order, my lord, that perhaps there is no record. But while I appeared here, only I was asked about the procedure of my appointment, my lord. Then, my lord, I stated.
It appears that on so and so the petitioner appeared. And pursuant thereafter, on 18/9/2023, the impugned termination order was issued. What is relevant to note that no show cause notice was issued to the petitioner to explain as regards the grounds on the basis of which the termination order has been issued. It further appears from the affidavit in opposition filed by the respondent number 2 that the respondent authorities admitted in the affidavit that the petitioner was appointed by order dated 28/6/2021 to the post of peon. However, the contention of the respondent is that the said appointment was inadvertently done without having recommendation of the selection committee. Stop. Be that as it may, once an appointment is made, comma, the incumbent if is sought to be terminated, and the same is stigmatic, the incumbent is entitled for a notice. Admittedly, in the present case, no notice whatsoever was issued to the petitioner before issuance of the impugned termination order. That being so, the impugned termination order dated 18/9/2023 is in contravention of the principles of natural justice and therefore is illegal, null, and void. Resultantly, the impugned termination order dated 18/9/2023 is set aside and quashed. It is needless to be clarified that the respondent authorities are at liberty to proceed against the petitioner in accordance with law, comma, if they so desire. With the aforesaid observation and direction, the writ petition stands disposed of.
Highly appreciated.
Anything else?
My lord, on my restatement, my consequential benefit may be directed.
That you see, because for the period that you have worked, you are entitled. But if you have not worked, because you said you were subsequently not allowed, so I'm not going into all those. You file representations.